Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game of the Max and part 2 of our Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich, Norway. So, in the last episode, we have started to go down establish the Nordic Council, and we'll be doing the Nordic Federation, which allows us to combine all three of the Nordic countries, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, into one unified country. So we have that going for us right now. We are doing the free market theories instead of the progressive labor. We went with the conservative labor agreement, and we've done quite a bit of our industry or civilian factories, military factories up here, and get that extra research slot. So we're doing pretty good right now. We do have some troops down here in Venice, but I'm just going to recall them. I don't think Venice will last very much longer. You have Constanzo Caiano of the Italian state. Bulgaria seems to be losing pretty heavily against Romania and Serbia. And of course, Hungary is fighting against the rest of the Austrian Empire. And Mozambique Bush War. So you have Middle Africa fighting Portugal. And I think Kleishimans. Oh yeah, the conservative. Okay, yeah. So in Germany, the conservative revolution did come about. So Moscow or the Russian Republic is social liberal, so that's a little. Don't see that very often. Transvacore was annexed. Now you have the Princely Federation as a whole. Be fun to play as. So, sorry I haven't uploaded in the last couple days. I've been off at drill, and I work quite a bit, so I just didn't have the time to drill or to record. I will say there's quite a few playthroughs that are coming down the pipe right now, so we're going to finish up this Norway campaign, and then we will be moving to an Empire of Japan campaign in Kaiserreich. Then we'll do a Ireland campaign. So there's quite a few campaigns that are coming about. I just have to get a little bit of time. The Bradia Commune declared war on the Princely Federations. Let's see, what type of, we got 3,000. Let's go to our international market. We will add maybe like 2,500 normal price. Add those up there, see if anybody bites on that. I do want to be focused on convoy production. The Kortgewehr. Units are up here on the Finnish territory where they're national populace. That's dispersed industry 1. Let's do construction 2. Alright, we done Nordic investments, or we didn't do it, but Sweden did it. I do want to where is it? Oh, we already had done it. We got that extra manpower there. Infantry equipment production's cheaper. We'll just keep doing these parts over here. Social Security Act, free education. We can reform the police. We can get these trade agreements. Let's reform the police. Chief of the Navy. Get some naval experience going. Let's actually get we have a pretty small Navy, but it's not horrible. I'll have you all train my 2 light cruisers and 5 destroyers. Better than nothing, I guess, you know. Oh, we have no air experience. We have the Gladiator, which I'm pretty sure is an old British model plane. Denmark's doing the Nordic Passport Convention, and Sweden's doing the Joint Military Acquisition. And the Dominion of India just declared war on the Brody Commune. We probably will not. We're not going to do Social Democrat. We'll probably do either Market Liberal or Authoritarian Democrat. I'm not sure yet. The Swiss want to buy some of my rifles, and Egypt wants to buy some of my rifles. That's fine. Let's see. The Ottomans are selling pretty much nothing. Some early trucks. War between the Hue and the Buddhists. Smoke screen generators. Do that improved cruiser haul. It's like Carlos, Spain's doing pretty good. I would like to do a Spanish campaign. So I'd say we'll do Japan after the Nordic campaign. We finish out Germany, Japan, Ireland. Then I want to do a Middle Africa campaign, and then I want to do a well, they're not here right now, but German East Asia campaign. Got Indochina. Reform the police. Construction speed. Some fighters. Would like to do that one. Aluminum. Let's do the aluminum, then we'll do these couple ones over here. We won't do that. Let's see, base war support. We'll hold off on that. Probably will have to do the infantry guy. We'll wait because we will get when we combine, we will get Swedish, Denmark, Shaoqing government proclaimed. Right there. Shen Zhongming. Russia took Alash Orda. Whoa. And the fall of Delhi. Quite a few wars going on right now. The Dominion India, the Chilean-Argentine War. Already Commons losing pretty heftily up there. I mean, Bulgaria's not in a good spot, so... There's some anti-tank cannons. Can't do anything there. Get those radar stations. See, this is the Kongsberg Wapenfabrik, our towed anti-air and towed anti-tank. A little bit better. Not even building any of that right now, so. We have 9 civilian factories. Let's see, what is everybody else doing? You're doing the joint sessions. And Denmark's doing the military exchange program. I would have liked that, but that'd be alright. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go. And you might be wondering why I'm not doing these right now. Like, I'm not the one instigating these. The Union of Britain has taken Ireland. So either they get an Irish state or they will just keep it. Nope. Socialist Irish Socialist Republic. Austria has beaten Hungary out. We have market access to quite a few people. The Netherlands, Denmark selling some convoys. We are losing fuel pretty quickly. Tactical bombers and planes. Let's have you guys gain air experience for me. I actually see Air Force, Air Safety, the Air Reformer. Yeah, use our political power for that. Try to get some of our Air Force trained up a little bit. Sweden does most definitely have the biggest military out of us and the biggest navy. Doesn't mean they're good, just means that they've got them. See, did the aluminum. Wouldn't mind that one. Well, I would like this one. Let's start getting our navy a little bit better. Superior firepower. It's my favorite. Civil War in America has kicked off, or it has been kicked off. Sweden is supporting the American Union states. Japan and South Africa are supporting the Pacific states. No one's supporting them, so does not look like the Entente has chose who they are willing to support just yet. Probably, well, it's because they're at war, yeah. We do have a free civilian. Let's see. Airbase is probably build out this one. Would like to try to make my infrastructure just a little bit better, or my railway systems a little bit better. Might not be the most important thing right now, but once we formulate the council, we'll be in a pretty good shape. We'll finish that up. Probably go. Meditating Civil War is resumed. Do the Social Security Act, maybe the free education, or maybe do the Black Devils. Not really sure who we're going to join up with. We can maybe join the Kaiserreich, or the Reichspakt, not the Kaiserreich, the Reichspakt, the Entente, the Russians with the Moscow Accord. It'll be any of those groups we can probably join up with. Let's do this. Gives us some aluminium. 10 more in Norway. That's pretty good. 10 might not make the difference, but later on when we are building planes, that'll be incredibly useful. Alright, so they've done that. Now they're doing the monetary union and the scientist conference. So 56, 56, 56, okay. The negative 15% consumer factories is amazing. Would like to do some of this. Well, that's pretty nice. Gives us a supply hub in the state. Naj and Hassa has capitulated. Turkestan's been knocked out. I do like that 500 convoys though. Convoys are important, and you can sell them later if you need to. The Landwirt. Intelligence agencies would be nice. Chechnya declared war on the Austrian Empire. Serbian Republic declared war on the Austrian Empire. So now you got the 5th Balkan War. So Chechnya, Serbia. So technically Bulgaria now can kind of fight out if the Austrians beat out the Romanians and Serbians. We'll see. Production efficiency. Oh no, because Galicia and Lodomeria have joined against the Austrian Empire. We'll see, maybe. Maybe Austria will survive. Probably not. You have 0 manpower, Austria? What? Oh no, they're toast. They have only 39 divisions. Toasted. KS on the Danube. Let's get that Social Security Act. Well, no, let's do Organization Zoo, XU. Mixed economy. No, okay. There's so many things that I want, but they, the Swedish and Denmark are like blitzing down the Nordic Council. I'd rather you guys continue to do different things. Let's say Serbia capitulated? Oh yeah, they did. They must have moved a bunch of their units off. So now Bulgaria can move there. Because Bulgaria has more units than Austria does. They're holding outside of Vienna. Do that passive sonar. Let's do screens because submarines are going to be rough on us. What? The Italians went to war with Austria too? That's wild. Probably because they have claims on Trentino. But Austria absolutely just got blitzed. But Bulgaria is pushing heavily. That's the greatest thing, I think, in my opinion, about Hoi 4 is you can play this game 7, 8, 100 times in a row, and the same thing won't happen twice. And I do want to play a Russian campaign too, so there's a lot of countries that are coming about that I want to play. At the end of the Austro-Hungarian dualism. Or dualism, yeah. I don't know. Vienna's pretty close to being under siege. Germany does not look like they'll be assisting anybody. They do hate us, though. Probably just differences in ideology yet. Alright, well, they finished those two. So now they're going to finish these two. And then, after all of that, one of them will have to choose this, because this won't open yet. And then I have to wait for that to be done to click on that as fast as I can. We'll get this done. We'll get maybe the Black Devils. Would have liked to get rid of the sluggish economy, but it doesn't look like I will. Like, you guys could have been doing a bunch of stuff. You could have been doing this. The fall of Burgos. I'll have to go and look really quickly at what's going on. We can restart the trade. I won't be able to get to there anyway. Let's restart the trade, because I think that'll open up me being able to trade, like, sell weapons and stuff. So let's do the fuel silos. Have you all stop training. I want you all to be on repair. I'd say some of you have taken some sort of damage. Yeah. The Ulf Triggervassen and the K&M Karm, or Garm. Here's my reserve. Oh, that these were heavy cruisers that came out. Those are horrible heavy cruisers, but I mean, I guess I can't technically be mad because we do have heavy cruisers, but those are pretty miserable. Let's just do trade interjection. We won't ever have a fleet being. We don't have any battleships or anything. They have some heavy cruisers, but that's about it. They'll mostly have destroyers and submarines. Oh, I do want to get that, the Northern Railway. Finish this up, then we'll go up there and get that. Though we have no fuel. Let me go to trade. Oil. Let's get some from Germany. Finishing selling off to the Swiss state. Might be able to sell another 1,000 of these. There's the fall of Vienna. Yeah, the Austrians are done for. They have some paternal autocrat. There's the Treaty of Budapest. Has of course been defeated. Denmark wants to buy my weapons. That's fine. Caution. Argentina took one state. Bolivia took. Paraguay has been annexed. Sorry, Paraguay. Is that done? Pass the Infrastructure Act. And then try to get that Austria collapses into anarchy. Hungary joins the Reichspakt. Let's see what Austria does. Sicily wants to buy some weapons, so does Britain. The 1938 Norvego-Russian trade agreement. In the end, the Russian government discovered our delegation to local authorities in Murmansk and Arkhangelsk. Luckily, they thought our suggestions had merit and have agreed to reestablish the Pomor trade. We gain stability, and we get rid of our sluggish economy. So, very nice. Or we only have factory output and dockyard output down. Syndicalist militias have taken Washington. There's 2 more of those done. We'll see who's doing the last one. Sweden's doing that one. We're going to try to see if I have the time. I might not have the time to do the Northern Railway. Yeah, all national spirits and design companies will be lost. Denmark, you're doing this one. That's not. You probably would have been better doing that. I would say I kind of wish that with all this down here in the Nordic Council that they wouldn't rush it. Like right when we chose it, that's all they focused on. Honduras joined the People's Vanguard. Like I kind of wish they would have, you know, jumped around, done some more of their focus tree, instead of just absolutely like dogpiling on what they were trying to do. Let's do air attack for our small planes. The Scandinavian Airlines. Do range for our mediums and reliability. Having played fighting through this territory before, you know what it's like to fight through here. It's horrible. Infrastructure Act. Let's do the Northern Railway. Like I said, I don't have enough time to do it fully. This will be done in 21 days, but the Nordic Federation, I don't think it matters really who does it. Carlos Spain has capitulated. Man, and they were winning too. It looks like the CNT-FA will be the ones to win it. There's a supply hub in here. That's where it'll build it. There's the fall of Rome. Papal States has capitulated. Portugal and Middle Africa stopped their war. Let's see. 9 days left. You know what? I would have liked to have done that, but I want to be the one to do the Nordic Federation. 7. Cuba has joined the Reichspakt. That's not unexpected. Nicaragua declared war on Guatemala. The Polish king appoints a loyalist government. So you have Augustus IV still. 5 days left. Selling some of these weapons. The Queen or the Qing government declared war on the Feng Tang government. Get that active sonar. The 5th Zili Feng Tang War. 3, 2, 1. We'll start that. There we go. Now Sweden, you have 56 days to do whatever focus you want. And you have 56 days to do whatever focus you want. You're doing boost investors' confidence. You're doing abolish the what? Oh. You're abolishing statare. Which you might not actually get that finished anyway. Temporary military government, return of the king. There's a lot of cool focuses. Fall of Gibraltar. And there goes the Kingdom of Spain. So it is the CNTFAI. Puerto Rico declares independence. The Spanish Civil War is over. It does not look like the American Union States is going to pull this one off. The Qing government declared war on June. The Pacific states don't look like they're doing too bad. We might support them in the long run. Though surprisingly, the Dominion of Canada has yet to show support. The British Commune is losing ground. There's quite a bit of stuff happening. Basic fire control. Do that synthetic refinery research. I do want to see production, planes. That's good. Fighter ones, they're not great, but they are what they are. Let's see. Yeah, we're low on fighters. Let's build up 2 of you all. Uruguay wins the World Cup. Might be able to set some of these guys out. I doubt we'll be able to get them done by the time. Yeah, we won't get done there, but I'm hoping that I get to keep my political power. If I switch over governments and they don't let me keep my political power, I'm going to be a little bit sad. Sweden is part of Middle Europa. We are not, so. Should mean you guys are getting the bonus. Oh, it's not. They haven't chose. We got that researched. We cannot, and I cannot pronounce that. We have not been able to. We're not able to research that just yet. Just do defense for our rifles. We're about ready to form the Nordic Federation. Hopefully it's not rejected. Wouldn't that be some crap? The creation of the Nordic Federation. The other Scandinavian countries have agreed to our proposal regarding the Federation. According to its constitution, the Nordic Federation will, for now, until it can be addressed by a proper federal government, of course, be a democratic federal monarchy. The executive will consist of a federal government which holds power on behalf of the council consisting of the Swedish, Norwegian, and Danish monarchs. The federal parliament will be based in Gothenburg, but all the constituent kingdoms retain their individual institutions and autonomy. So the Nordic Federation begins, will inherit the armies, fleets, agency upgrades, researches, advisors, and industrial concerns of the Scandinavian Defense Union, and we get the formation of the Nordic Federation, and we change our country. So we'll hit great. Technically we lose because we are no longer, and look at, we didn't lose anymore. We get a new let me click on all of you. We get a new military. So let's see, these are what, garrison forces. Not bad. These guys, what do you look like? They're not bad either. They're Swedish. What are you? Alright, we'll have to look at our armies here in a minute. And we've got a lot to choose from. We can choose Carl Gustav. That's support equipment. So let's see. We've got the Danish, the Norwegian. Let's do Husqvarna. That's technically Swedish. Let's see. Let's research MPs. The tank refurbishment plant. What? I don't own Zealand. Do Carl Gustavs again. That's kind of cool though. The tank refurbishment plant. I didn't mean to click on them, but that's okay. Let's research. We could do Landswerk. We'll do them. The tanks refurbishment plant. Better radars. Excavation, civilian factories. A couple civilian factories up and running. One there, one there. We'll have to build those up a little later. Let's have let's go barn to build our rifles. Support equipment. Let's do Carl Gustavs. Some trucks. Volvo. Let's do 3 on trucks. Artillery. Bofors. Well, that one's even says Bofors. Got the E3 building. Let's get a cut. Let's say 2 trains, just a little bit on trains. We'll have to wait on that. Dockyard. Let's get some convoys being built. Okay. It's another force. Let's do the Nordic Constitution. Alright, there we go. Our resources have shown up. Yeah, can you come back across the strait? Yeah, you guys can. You can just walk. Alright. We did not get to keep our political power. Very, very sad. Formation of the Nordic Federation after signing the Scandinavian Treaty. A transitional government primarily composed of civil servants with little active power have been left in place that will co-govern the federation of the national governments until we successfully ratify the federal constitution, which will then be established as the highest law within the federation above those in the member states. which will then allow for coordinated elections to establish a government elected by the people. Again, 100 political power. We're technically authoritarian Democrats. We have 25,000 infantry equipment. Most of it, some of it's basic. We can get through that really quick. Building a little bit more anti-air. We have quite a bit of towed artillery. We have no anti-tank. We're stockpiling some trucks. Let's see. We'll ask for get that going. Would like to go to trade. Don't have much manpower, that's for sure. Or not trade, sorry, international market. Let me sell. Oops, sell. All of you. Don't want to sell any of that. Maybe sell some of you all. See if anybody will jump at buying those. Probably not. Support, let's see. Not the USA. Probably the Pacific states. There you all go. Oh, we've taken the Swedish, I believe. Nope, that's the old Norwegian one. Or it's changed, I guess. Russia declared war on Finland. I want to do psychological warfare. That is by far a very, very strong. Papal States to Sicilies were annexed. Now the Italian states getting attacked. Let's see if you guys can hold out. Probably not. The ambassador crisis between the Union of Britain and the German Empire. Let's see what happens with that. We have a divided navy. We have conflicted services and Nordic neutrality. Persia declared war on the Ottomans. Get you, let's see. This is my old fleet here. I'll take you all. I'll take you. Take you. Let's see. So down to there. Form you up. Form you up. Form you up. You're going to be our main guy. Superior. Man, you're really good. So are you. Minesweeper, visibility. Let's choose you. My submarine guy will be you. And then you can be... Let's see, yeah, him. War over Kasab. Alrighty, so the Nordic Constitution. Section 1, Article 1, this Constitution shall apply to all parts of all constituent countries of the Nordic Federation. Which nations are considered part of the Federation shall be determined by federal law. The form of government shall be that of a constitutional monarchy. The head of the Federation is determined in Part 2, shall hold royal power. Article 3, legislative power shall be vested in the Nordic Parliament and the head of the Federation conjointly. The executive power shall be vested in the Cabinet. These are the first articles of the Nordic Constitution. The debates are fierce, but an agreement shall be reached on the or fundament of our federation's laws. Gain plus 25 political power. We can do joint sessions. The joint sessions approved a great success earlier, emphasizing the existence and close cooperation of the Nordic countries. These joint sessions will function as a proper legislative branch of the Nordic government, or wish to establish a designated Nordic parliament elected through proportional voting in the entire federation, thereby ensuring every Nordic citizen will have equal representation in the federal government in Gothenburg. Yeah, technically that's probably a little bit better, especially where like there's not as much population in Norway, say, as like in Sweden. You got the Armenian uprising. We have no command power there. I didn't realize they were just all like chilling like a villain. Oh, whoops. You always have your... We had some destroyers that were not healthy. Psychological warfare is done. It's the occupied territories. Oh, well, yeah. You guys have not done the crossing the border or anything like that. We have a somewhat decent sized fleet. Nothing, no battleships or nothing. Like, we can nearly touch the British, but the Russians are pushing them pretty hard. We get you done. There's the forward Buenos Aires. The Patagonian Workers' Front 1. The legislative branch of the Nordic Parliament shall be a separate body elected by the people of each constituent country according to proportional representation. The lower houses consist of one assembly of not more than 300 members. The upper house shall consist of one assembly of not more than 150 members. The upper and lower houses will together form the Nordic Parliament. With these and more articles, the legislative branch of the Nordic Federation has been decided upon. Plus 25 political power. A separate Nordic Parliament will serve as the legislative branch of the Nordic Federation. We'll do the Council of Kings. We can do a advisor. Power cane stability. That's nice. Stability is really nice too. Stability and research speed. Wow, our stability is pretty low. Let's do that brilliant lawyer. Alright. Well, once we finish the Council of Kings, I will end the episode. But let's keep going for now. No one bought that, did they? Formation of the Farmers' Party. Agrarian parties are a curious phenomenon in Northern European, especially Scandinavian politics, to defend the interests. Naturally, they do not sit still as the Nordic countries are uniting, and they too have formed their own unified party to compete in the elections. The Social Conservative Party will now be known as Bundet. Change in Social Conservative plus 5%. The unification of the trade unions. As it became clear that Nordic countries are starting to embark on a united path, the labor movement has not been sitting still. The trade union congresses of Denmark, Sweden, and Norway have convened in the Swedish capital of Stockholm. Here they have voted to unify all three organizations to an even higher Congress known as the Nordic Trade Union Congress. Unsurprisingly, the syndicalist elements followed suit in this, in spite of their alleged opposition to the Nordic project, meaning a unified syndicalist clause now exists on the Nordic level. The Socialist Party will be called that, the Radical Socialist Party will be called that, and the Totalist Party will be called that. It just says various syndicalists. Siam joined the co-prosperity sphere. The Chongqing government, or Chongqing government, declared war on the nationalist government. And the Cairo Pact is growing stronger. Let's see. Who is the federal government over here? Oh, you guys. The Iron Guard controls, or achieves total control in Romania. So you have Nicolae the First. Oh wow, Romania is at war with Illyria. Bulgaria is at war with Serbia. Finland lost their war with the Russians. I'm gonna have to rebuild all that at some point. And I really do need some, not that I want to do that, but League of the Southeast provinces declared war on the nationalist government as well. And I need to move my army, start training them, getting them set up right. Alright, the Council of Kings, the head of the Federation Council shall jointly take upon themselves the office of the head of the Federation. The heads of the states of the constituent countries take seat in the Federal Council. Article 35, the Federal Council shall appoint the Federal Prime Minister and his cabinet on the advice of the Nordic Parliament. With these words, the reality is solidified that the Federal Council will act as the monarch in a constitutional monarchy, a fair manner in which none of the constituent countries will negatively be impacted. Gain plus 25 political power. The Federal Council will remain the de facto head of the state of the Nordic Federation after the ratification of the Constitution. So we can do judiciary autonomy. Each member state shall retain its own judiciary branch, and these judicial branches should retain their full autonomy. If a Dane were to judge a Swedish case, this would be bound to create nationalist friction. With law, local judiciaries ought to remain in place. The highest court of each country shall be replaced by a single Nordic High Council of Judges, which shall have the last word in the most controversial cases. Or a federal judiciary, we shall merge the judicial branches of all member states into a single federal judiciary. This will promote equal law giving into the entire federation and promote even closer federation. Well, I'm going to end the episode on that part, but I want you guys to go down in the comments and say which one you think it would be better: judicial autonomy, Nordic High Council, or federal judiciary. I kind of lean towards these two more personally, but you know, we shall see, and we'll ratify. It's quite a bit. Nationalism fades away. Pretty much destroy the communists here. I mean, there's a lot to do in this focus tree, and I don't know if anything more comes up after we finish this, or if this is just it. This is probably just it, but we shall see. But I hope you all have enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.